Talk to me about what your grandma thinks about your running and the dynamic between you and her and how you want her to be proud and whatnot.
At first, it was something she didn't understand. My grandma always just wanted me to be happy. So if she sees me happy, she's happy. But to even add basketball to that, she was never happy because I went through so much with it, and I always would come home frustrated. But she's seen a side of it. She's seen me bring a medal to her. She's seeing, gratefully have the opportunities to be in some magazines and Running World magazine and things like that. So she's seeing the blessings and she's seeing the good things of it, and she's very, very happy. And Grandma, I was in New York, and she's like, oh, really? Like, just intrigued and happy, So that's what keeps me going. Everything I do is to make her proud. Like, I just want to see her. She doesn't even have to say a single word, just to see her smile or hear her smile on the phone is all I need, but hearing her say the words she said and wearing my t-shirts that I get from races and, having my medals close by her at home. Like, I seen it when I went home this past weekend, and it means a lot to me. So it's something when I wake up every day, I wake up every single day faithfully, knowing that I'm doing what I'm doing for my grandma, So that's what keeps me engaged, and that keeps me not taking anything for granted, because me being here is mind-blowing. Still to this day, almost 3 years in, And so a lot of it's my grandma giving me that blessing to be here, and I just want to be the best person and runner that I can be because of her and for her.
Talking about the relationship with her, I love I knew all four of my grandparents. I'm incredibly lucky to have that. 3 of them are still alive. 2 of them are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And I have friends who have never met their grandparents.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And don't know what it's like to have a grandparent. And the bond is unlike anything else.
Oh, wow. The bond's different for me personally is because I didn't have my mom growing up. I didn't have a dad growing up. So my grandma's kind of like, you have a test, A, B, C, D, you have D's, all the above. That's my grandma. She was my mom, my grandma, my dad. And so our bond's a little bit different, Knew my mom, but my mom moved away when I was young. And so I used to sleep in the bed with my grandma at a young age. And so we always had those late conversations. And so as a kid, she's my superhero, still is and forever is. So that bond is pretty tight. That's my G, my backbone. Those are 2 things I call her all the time, and I never call her grandma. I always call her G, my backbone, and that's who she is to me. And she's my world. So she's any and everything is because of her, and so I never look past that.
How would she describe Marquis?
I don't know. You have to give her a call, man. She always said I smile a lot. So I think she would say smiley, which I think is a positive thing, I hope, but I will hope she would say I'm a resilient person, especially with what I've been through and as a kid and growing up as an adult. None of it's easy, but I know I wouldn't be able to get through without her. So I would think she would say resilient, hopefully.